Look, Seth. If you are who I think you are, I'm not. If you are, we need to know who you people are and why you're doing this. Wow, we're going heavy on the ones, huh? Oh wait, we're adding to them now though. We're not using the blank pattern again. Huh. You could use the +3s to make these 4s, but then you can't get that guy because it'll be the 2 will be a problem. Hmm. What do I do about that? I don't have a minus. If I place this here, we get the 4s. Then what do I do about that? Ah, these don't affect each other. So sometimes these guys affect each other, but this time they don't. I think it might be when they're directional. They might affect each other, but when they're omnidirectional, they don't. Maybe it's because there's a feedback loop where they're both pointing at each other, so they can't add to each other, or the game would... the space and time would collapse. Hmm. Yeah. +1, -1. Point them at each other, nothing happens. But you can filter the +3 through the back. So if they're pointing at each other, nothing happens. But if there's a vulnerability, an opening, stuff starts to happen. +2, 3, 4. Hey, definitely kind of a tutorial room, just teaching you that idea, and then you very quickly have a solution. You know, Freddy, how do you keep saying my ability to see the future is useless? You're kidding me? Hatface can see the future? Not really. Well, I've read your future, Freddy, and I know that you'll die. Really? When? Well, it's not very clear. It'll happen at some point. It could be here. Who knows? Very useful data, Tim. Nailed it. Buddy, it doesn't sound like you have an ability. More like you're a good old fortune teller. Dude, you've read my mind. That's exactly what I told him. No, I do have these visions when I focus on somebody. For instance, I can see Casey in the hospital after some shooting. Seriously? Yeah, I'm sorry. But you'll survive. But for Freddy, it's way more blurry than the rest of you. Is it possible you're just imagining all this? No, I'm not. Sure. He has convinced himself that he has the ability to see the future, but this guy's... I feel like everyone's gonna start suspecting that he can read minds. But it's all through like... Oh, that'd actually be kind of funny. If everyone starts accusing him of being a mind reader, but like he's just accidentally saying the right thing. Like he mocked him for being a fortune teller the same way this guy did, and he is like he when he said you read my mind, he had like the little like anime sweat drop on his head, and earlier he called this guy a cop as a joke, but he actually is a cop, and that whole thing's happening. Okay, we have a lot of gray blocks this time. 987. Okay. Whew. We can do that to make that doesn't even make it to 9. Doesn't even make it that far. Those are the two strongest ones, right? Yeah. Yup. I'm inclined to think that I can't get a 9. -2 and a 2 would make it a blank, which would solve it, but then 7 isn't going to be solvable at that point. What do I want to try to do here? This is the only one that goes up. So these are the two up and down ones that go both ways. They're 1 and 3. Which doesn't... Not, adding 3 to something... We could make a 7 that way, technically. But then this won't ever be a 9. The best I could do is throw a garbage block there. Meanwhile, these are 2 7s. The fact that this even points this way makes me think it might be this guy. But then what? It has to be 2 identical pieces, probably. So now I need to find a +3 to make them 7s. Then what do I do about this? Huh. I don't have a 1 to put there. Technically this guy. I might just fill it with junk. Can't just put these in, can I? No. Because this won't get added to, because it doesn't have a vulnerability, I guess you'd put it. But this is too strong for what I'm going for. And that's too strong again. Going great. Make it 11s. It just defaults them back to where they came from. That at least gets them to the 7 they need to be. Not sure what I'm going to try to do here. A +5? Yeah, that'd make a 9. I guess this works? Yeah, just cover them up. The puzzles are odd, is what I'd say. With the +3, we can make a 6, and the 4s. But can I work with this? This one points downward to a 2. But this would reduce it back to a 2 again, breaking it. But a 1 won't solve the puzzle. But a -2 is generally unhelpful. It becomes a system. They add up with each other enough that it loops. It doesn't loop, it all adds up. Doesn't fix my 5 problem though. Like at all. Just makes the placement confusing. Maybe I should feedback you. Make this a +1? What else can I do with that? 3 can go there. It's a +6. That's complete overkill. Whereas that can be a 4. But I need a 4 for here, which doesn't really exist. So we're off by 1. Yep. Maybe I should... Yeah, reset the puzzle. Maybe we should try a different approach entirely. To make that work, I'd have to have a +2. We should probably work on the 5. Figure out what I'm going for here. They gave me 1, 2, so a +3 would make that a 5. But a +3 with this won't lead to a number I want. Meanwhile, nothing +3 becomes 5, besides this one we've already used. I suppose with a 1... Nope, nope. That'd be a 4. So it would add up to 6 here. Keep getting vaguely nearby, but we're down to 1 more block where I have to somehow make that a 4. What happens if I go up here? These both don't work. The 4 does, but now this needs to be a 6 somehow? And I'm off by 1. What if I start on the left with the +3? 2 +1s like this. I can make a 3 into a 5. And then with this, I can just make it a 0. Yeah? Yeah! There we go. We could run into another break room soon. And we might or might not have one of the others with us. Are you seriously going with that others term? Seth, you've got to tell me how you knew I was a cop. Right now. Or you're staying here. You're coming with us. You're staying here. Was he always this commanding and indecisive? No, he built up to it. So, what's it going to be? Alright, alright. But know this, you are costing me a lot of fun here. What are you talking about? Well, I know many things. For instance, I know that you're hoping I won't leave the group. And that you're angry at Casey for making this decision alone. What? No, I'm... Yeah. I also know that Tim is shaking in his boots, but tries to put on a brave exterior for all of us to see. Our officer, Casey, is thinking, this clown seems to have pretty good cold reading skills. But wait, how did he... Wait, is he reading my... Yes, Casey, I can read your mind. Oh, he's unironically a mind reader. I thought they were gonna make a joke out of it, because he kept... All the mind reading evidence seemed to be like funny jokes, like, oh, what a coincidence, haha. But maybe he's actually can? And it's much more amusing when nobody knows about it. What am I thinking right now? You're probably imagining something. I can't see what you're imagining. I can only literally read words that if you think of them. Alright, now you're thinking 27, 31, 58. Wow. And that is how you knew Casey was a cop. Right. He's still looking like... That's not what happened. He definitely just joked. I still vote we kick him out. Why? I am not very comfortable anymore. I feel naked. No, that's no reason to kick him out. But no more secrets. To be honest, Glasses, I have some troubles reading you. You're just saying that so I don't kick you out. Right. You kick me out. Oh. Glasses' power is that powers don't work on him, is probably, since the supposed fortune teller can't do anything. It is interesting and convenient that everyone's powers so far are completely invisible powers, that we just have to take their word for it, although he had pretty good evidence, whereas you didn't. Okay, so 3 4s, 2 2s, and some increasingly complicated modifiers. Huh. If I want to make you an 8, could I? Doesn't really seem like it. This is the same piece twice. It's interesting because there's no place on the board where left, bottom, and right are all valid. Like, no matter what, some of the arrows are just kind of going into space. So, like, I can't just assume. It's interesting because when I see a piece like this, I would just assume, oh, this obviously goes here. But then I also think, oh, this obviously goes there. Then oh, this obviously goes there. Well, that doesn't make sense. But, like, you know, like, just based on the shape, you would think, oh, that has to go there. But no, some of these arrows, they're either indicative of multiple solutions per puzzle, or they're junk data to obscure the solution. Like having a level in Portal where there's more white surfaces than you need, opening up the idea that maybe I need to use those ones. Oh no, they're useless and stuff. Because if the only surfaces in the entire Portal map are the ones you need to solve the puzzle, then it's like a paint by numbers thing where you're like, oh, well, obviously I go there, then there, then there. Okay, so don't even have 3s. So odd numbers galore, huh? Seems like I'd want to go with you to get the 3. But that creates some problems for me because I need a +2 to happen, which can happen there technically. Technically, I can jam these in here and create some junk to get in the way. The question is, can I make any of these be correct? Which I'm not sure if I can. What happens if I give you a +5? Oh, these are these share a direction, so it just becomes a +4. Technically usable. Not amazing. I'm not gonna get a 7 that way. But curious. Huh. Is a +5 any use to me? Doesn't seem like it would be, right? Because it... A +5 would primarily be useful here to make the 7 via a 2, but I can't get in that direction. I don't have a 1 to turn into a 6. I don't have a 3 to turn into an 8. Plus the directions don't match anyway, so I can't use that anywhere around here. Only above and below, so the +5 can only be used in this column. These are too big of numbers, so the only thing I can do is turn a 1 into a 5 here. A 1 into a 6 here using a +5, and it'd have to be one of these guys. Would have to already have a -1 on it too? Which is chaos, basically. I'm not sure if this serves any purpose besides just filling up one of these slots, perhaps, so I can just disregard them. But how am I going to get to that 6? Could just put a 4 up here. Ta-da! Create some junk data. Whoa, it's you from the future, maybe. What the hell? We must get to the end of the maze. And get to the chopper. Really? What? Run! Why do they get to leave rooms constantly? We don't get to leave rooms. What the hell was that, man? Schwarzenegger version of Casey, if I'm not mistaken. I don't. Oh, you guys haven't seen Illusions yet? Illusions. Yeah, this place is full of them. Actually, I have the ability to create them. Whoa. Whoa. Is that... It's just a visual illusion. Does anyone else have a secret power they would like to share? So nobody has seen them before. I've already seen myself twice. Handsome illusions. I've been here for a few days at least. How come I've never seen one? You probably did, but didn't know that they were what they were. Most of them just seem like normal people. It's really hard to tell the difference. But it's very rare that you run into an illusion of yourself exactly. This one was ridiculous. So you can summon them and then let them wander on their own? No. They disappear if I stop focusing. I have no idea what's with these wandering ones. Somebody even more powerful than you, perhaps? Got a blank, 3, and 2 2s. Oh, that one's just on a weird little island on its own. Okay, so none of this can affect that one. So it has to be a blank or just one of these guys that I didn't use anywhere else. Huh. Okie dokie. We have 2 2s and a 3, and none of these numbers are even close. So either a ton of addition's gonna happen between these things, like stacking with each other, or something like that. Like this, for example, +3. But I have to do a +1 again just to get that to a 7. And then who knows how I'm gonna get the other things to get that high. Oh, that is a 6. Wait, did I just solve it? Yeah, I did. Does anyone have any idea why Casey's illusion was acting like Schwarzenegger? Yeah, that was weird. How do the ones you summon behave? Exactly as I command them. They don't do much on their own. Oh boy. Things are getting crazy. Too many pluses. We're breaking through. It's becoming too powerful. Now it'll never reach a number that makes sense. Yeah, I was going for 4, yeah. So this one needs a +2, if I can. But you also need to be a 3. Still needs another plus. Let's put you here. Yeah, you're supposed to be a 5. Right, they feed into each other. I could take you out, right? Weaken you? Nope. Needs one more plus. Ah, it counters, so now it doesn't add up. Right. And you're a 2 originally. You're a 2. You're a 2. Right, they're all 2s. So I can't make any of them more powerful by just putting in a new one in the first place. This one has to be 1 higher. That makes it too high. That makes it too low again. And that makes it just right. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Because that guy's the wrong number now. And also that's still wrong. Now they're feeding into each other again, creating its own new problems. And now it's looping again. Yeah, 3, 4, 5. At this point, I've kind of reset it. Yeah, let's just try again. I kind of warped it beyond recognition at some point. 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. Ah. There potentially could be like a symmetrical pattern of some sort. Maybe. Not high enough. Technically. Too high? Oh, because they're feeding in a loop. And that one stops at 4. This one needs to be 1 higher. Three, 4, 5. Yeah. Slight little rearrangement. Because this one was feeding up and that one was feeding down before, but like they were switched with each other. But if I switch them, this one stays the same ultimately, and so it's still only going left and right. And these two are never really interacting. But this one then feeds into 2. Getting a little light on story for the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did it. I win. It's easy, just like that. Not so much. Wait, is it that easy? Just put them in numerically, put in junk data down here, do a +1, -1, and then just switch the 2 so they actually become true again. Got it.